What's up, Rap Fam? Today we are once again exploring the internet to find the creepiest things kids have said, and last time terrified me. So, really looking forward to this video. So, let's get to it. Get my reading voice on. Walking with my 2-year-old in a cemetery by her house, she says, "Mommy, who is that man in the red jacket by the stone house?" She pointed to a mausoleum. There was no one else in the cemetery. "He's waving to me." She waved back. "He's coming over to talk." Oh, no. No. And you know, in the circumstance, do you like yeet your kid away from you and like run, or do you do the nice parent thing and like pick them up and run? Because I'm not sticking around to see what is coming over to talk to us. I was hiking alone in the woods with my son, who was 7. It was eerie quiet. Out of nowhere, he says, "The woods demand a sacrifice." So is it gonna be you, bud? Cause it's not gonna be me. Oh my god, the wind outside right now is going crazy. It sounded like something was outside my window. Fun. While that is terrifying, your kid just suddenly saying that, I think it's the idea of being alone in the woods with a 7-year-old is just as terrifying. I wouldn't even want the kid, okay, so the other one, I'd want the kid to elaborate. On this one, I wouldn't. I would just be like, whatever you think or whatever you heard, keep it to yourself, because I don't want to be the rest of this trip paranoid. That's too late. I'd already be paranoid. In 1991, I worked at a pediatrician's office, screening a 5-year-old for therapy. He lived in the country, no friends, homeschooled, parents had no TV. Mid-screen, he looks at me and says, "Your brother saved my life in Desert Storm." I went cold and pale. My brother was in Iraq. What? Wait. Your brother saved my life. Oh, but then he died again. Oh, wow. Okay, but he's 5. I'm not sure about the timeline of that thing. But, I mean, maybe he reincarnated instantly, okay? Maybe there's not, like, this long lull in between lives. Maybe that's why some kids say these creepy things, because since they're so fresh. Oh, that's a weird way to describe a kid. But maybe that's why they're able to say and remember these things. Maybe. I don't know. It's creepy, though, to think about. While changing my daughter in front of an open closet door, she kept looking around me and laughing. No. I get freaked out when my cat or my dog look around and there's nothing there. So if a kid were to do that, GG's, I'm gone. I'm gone. I asked her what was so funny. She said, "The man." To which I replied, "What man?" She then pointed at the closet and said, "The man with the snake neck." I turned around and nothing was there. Oh my gosh, I have goosebumps. I have goosebumps all over my body. I'm afraid to look into the history of my house to see if anyone hung themselves in the closet. At least she wasn't scared. Oh, I don't like that. 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 Oh my god, that one terrifies me so much. I don't like that. Okay. That one scares me too much to even talk about it. Let's go on to another one that hopefully doesn't scare me as much. "Why are you crying?" "Bad man." "What bad man?" "There." Points behind me at a dark corner of the room. Lamp on bookshelf next to said darkened corner falls off as soon as I looked. She slept in our bed that night. Sleep in my bed forever and like leave this house and never come back? Like what? No, that I would never ever be comfortable in that room, in that house, ever again after that. I don't even care if I don't believe in the paranormal stuff. That would just make me, I could never forget it. And if I could never forget it, I could never comfortably sleep in that bed again. Ooh, no. This is a really scary video, guys. I don't have kids, but once, visiting some friends on a farm, my buddy's youngest girl, about 5 or 6 at the time, was afraid of the chickens. I tried to explain to her that the chickens weren't there to hurt her, but she wasn't having it. So I'm sitting around the fire pit, looking at one of the chickens a few feet in front of me when I feel hot breath in my ear as she whispers, "See, he's always watching." Horrific and hysterical all at once. You know, I don't really see the hysterical part. That's just creepy. That's just creepy. I like chickens though. My coworker's 4-year-old daughter always thought that the rattling of the water pipes in the kitchen cupboards were white wolves, and the sound always scared her. One day she was sitting at the kitchen table and said, "Mom, the white wolves aren't bad, they're our friends." Her mom encouraged the idea by saying, "Yes, the white wolves are protecting us. They are our friends." Then her daughter added in, "They're our friends, but not the man who crawls on the floor and stands by my bed. No, 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 no. Oh, no. I feel so bad for your coworker. I mean, what do? Do you just like burn your house down? Is that what you do? Is that like the logical response? No, no, it's not logical. But like, it would run through my mind as a response to this. When I was a waitress, I watched a little girl, about 4 years old, stab her plastic fork into her sandwich, repeatedly saying, "Die, die, die." When I asked her what she was doing, her mom was in the bathroom for a minute, leaving her 4-year-old alone. She replied with a straight face, "I like to kill things, but mom says I shouldn't. So I picked the ham because it can't scream." Okay, yeah, I'd probably get that little girl into therapy ASAP. Everyone can benefit from therapy, especially this 4-year-old little girl. When my son was little, maybe about 3 years old, he used to do this weird crawl where he would slide his forehead along the floor. That can't be good for the head. That can't be good. That was pretty creepy in itself. Then one night, he crawled across the hallway into my room like that and stood up a few inches from my face and made a weird meow sound. That's like The Grudge. Oh. Reading scary stories on a windy night? Not that fun. Oh, that just reminds me of The Grudge. That movie scarred me. It scarred me. I watched that movie too young. I shouldn't have watched it. The Ring, The Grudge, Jeepers Creepers, and Dawn of the Dead. All movies I saw way too young. I believe like in the same year or like close together. Which probably started my love for all things horror, but also made me very much afraid of these movies. Like, I can watch Dawn of the Dead 100 more times, because I've probably legitimately seen it 100 times by now. And each time I watch it, it still freaks me out. And like now, even if I watch a scary movie, it doesn't, like, it'll scare me in the moment, but then it won't scare me past when the movie's over, you know? And whenever I think about the movie, I won't think, like, genuinely how afraid I was in those moments. But like, when anything reminds me of those select few movies, I like relive that fear. It's just the one, Kaylena. It's just the one. It's not The Grudge. It's not going to meow in your ear. Okay, let's keep reading this terrifying story. Another time he was freaking out about a monster in the basement, so we went down and saw nothing, of course. Thankfully, of course. And as I turned the light out and headed upstairs, he said, "He's right behind us now." Okay, I'd probably want this kid to stay at their grandma's as much as possible if this was my kid. I might have peed a little. Possibly the creepiest thing he did was one... They get creepier? Okay, I think your kid might be a little special. I think either he's in tune to something or he has some wicked, like, Stephen King level imagination. Possibly the creepiest thing he did was one day I scolded him for misbehaving, so he hid his head under his blanket. I pretended I couldn't find him by saying, "Where's my little Carson?" He slowly lowered the blanket with a dead, evil stare and said, "Carson is gone. I am Rick." Okay, yeah, that's creepy. I'm certain he's possessed. We never knew any Ricks, as far as I can remember. Still don't. Never figured out where he picked up the name. Yeah, your kid's probably possessed. I think that's a logical assumption at this point. I don't think it's assumption. I think you have facts and receipts to back that up. When my son was in kindergarten, I received a call from his teacher while at work saying he refused to go outside at recess time and was sitting there terrified. He said there was a guy named Audie who had brown hair and a brown beard who kept telling him to "come here, buddy," over and over while he was playing outside before school started. I feel like the school should be like on lockdown. Maybe this was before that, but like I feel like if a little kid says that, the adults around them should take that incredibly seriously and no one should be allowed to go play outside at recess that day. But let's keep reading. Oh, they reviewed tapes and didn't see anyone. Oh, okay. Scared the crap out of me that some man was trying to abduct him, but I'm pretty sure he either sees ghosts or has a very active imagination. He also said this guy talked to him at the bus stop or outside his window on the 2nd floor. I think he sees ghosts. Yeah, you know? I love kids. I think kids are so precious. But these stories make me like, I could not handle a kid saying these things to me. I couldn't. I would probably like call my mom at like 3 a.m. and like cry and be like, "You take it. I can't deal with this kid." Or like I would have to like go to my mom's house and we would just all like sleep in her bed because I could not be an adult in that situation. He also refused to go anywhere near an entire half of one of our old homes where he was 1 or 2 years old. What? What? That young? He would just stand in the doorway and point. No, no, I'm listening to that kid. If that kid doesn't want to go into half the house, I'm inclined to also not want to go into that. Okay, I think we have one more and then I'm just gonna like pee my pants, okay? I was babysitting my little cousin. We went to the park and I had to stop at the Bed Bath & Beyond to pick up a cutting board for my mom. Who, they bougie. They can afford a cutting board from Bed Bath & Beyond. I find the one she needs and look up to see my cousin in the next aisle, absolutely stunned by the big walls of knives before her. She looked at me and very cheerfully says, "Look at all those murder weapons." She's just a creepy child in general. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I watch a lot of scary movies in secret. You know, my mom didn't find out till years later. So I'm sure I have said a lot of creepy things as a kid. I'm sure we all had said, like, that might just be like the not having a filter thing that kids have. Inevitably, creepy things are probably going to be said by everyone at some point in time. But like, that is not okay. That exceeds, I think, the limit that's acceptable for creepy. Like the whole not going into half the house, or just like in general, a lot of these, I think, pass that line of that's too creepy for me to be comfortable around that child anymore. Well, okay, there were several of the scariest things kids have ever said, and I just feel like these videos just keep getting scarier and scarier, and I can't deal with it. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, please give a big thumbs up so I know you liked it and want to hear more of these creepy things that kids say. It's just too much for me. And if a kid has ever like said something creepy to you, like either like it's your kid or someone you babysat or like a sibling, let me know down in the comments. I want to hear some real life stories from you guys, and you know, just more nightmare fuel, honestly, at this point, because apparently I haven't had enough. And until next time, keep up the roundness, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye!